What if I told you that this Atlanta Hawks team won 60 games? And yes, with this roster. During the 2014 and 15 NBA season, the Atlanta Hawks shocked the basketball world by outshining some of the league's biggest powerhouses. We're talking about a prime LeBron James-led Cleveland Cavaliers team, James Harden's unstoppable Houston Rockets, and the high-flying Lob City Clippers with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Sounds unbelievable, right? Was this team actually good? Let's break it down. Alright, let's kick things off by talking about how this team came together. The 2014-15 Atlanta Hawks weren't built around a flashy superstar or household name. Nope, this squad was all about teamwork and balance. Now, let's check out the starting five. At point guard, we have Jeff Teague. He was drafted by the Hawks in 2009. After a breakout season in 2012, the crafty point guard emerged as one of the leaders of the franchise. Next, we have Kyle Korver. He is considered one of the best sharpshooters of all time. During the 2012 season, Kyle Korver was traded to the Hawks from the Chicago Bulls. During his Hawks tenure, if he touched the ball, everyone knew it was going in. Now, we have DeMarre Carroll, the ultimate glue guy, doing all the little things and locking down on defense. He ultimately decided to sign with the Atlanta Hawks during the 2013 free agency class because he saw how special this team would be. Now we have Paul Millsap, the Swiss Army knife, bringing versatility and grit to every game. Just as Carroll, Paul Millsap came to Atlanta during the 2013 free agency class to try and become a superstar on a different team. Finally, we have Al Horford. He was drafted third overall by the Atlanta Hawks in 2007. The rock-solid big man who did it all emerged as one of the most underrated big men in the league at the time. And let's not forget about the bench crew. The bench was led by Dennis Schroeder, the young gun with speed for days, Kent Bazemore, high-energy plays and clutch moments, and Thabo Sefolosha, a veteran defensive nightmare for opposing stars. This team wasn't built on star power. It was built on chemistry, trust, and a system that just worked. And the result? A jaw-dropping 60-win regular season that had everyone buzzing. Let's dive into the remarkable season and key moments. Heading into the 2014-15 season, nobody was talking about the Atlanta Hawks. Coming off a disappointing 38-44 record and a first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Indiana Pacers, expectations were at an all-time low. Most people had already written them off as just another middle-of-the-pack team. But fast forward a year later and the Hawks shocked everyone. They didn't just improve, they dominated, finishing as the first seed in the Eastern Conference and emerging as legitimate championship contenders. What made this season even more historic, the Hawks sent 4 players to the All-Star game: Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, Paul Millsap, and Al Horford. That's right, 4 All-Stars. It's a rare feat in NBA history and a testament to how incredible this team truly was. This wasn't just a turnaround, it was a statement. The Hawks went from overlooked to unstoppable, proving that team basketball still had a place in a league dominated by superstars. After a remarkable regular season, the playoffs rolled around. In the first round of the playoffs, the Atlanta Hawks squared off against the 8th-seeded Brooklyn Nets. The Nets, led by young Brook Lopez, put up a fight, but it wasn't enough to overcome the well-oiled machine that was the Hawks. Atlanta closed out the series in 6 games, winning 4-2. What made this series stand out, every single Hawks starter averaged over 14 points per game, with DeMarre Carroll stepping up as the team's leading scorer. It was a true team effort, showcasing the depth and balance that defined this squad all season long. Let's be real, nobody was surprised by the result. Losing to an 8 seed is a rare occurrence in the NBA, and the Hawks handled their business like a true top seed. This win set the stage for what everyone hoped would be a deep playoff run. In the next round, the Atlanta Hawks faced off against the Washington Wizards, led by the electric duo of Bradley Beal and John Wall. On paper, this matchup looked tough, 2 elite scorers ready to challenge the Hawks at every turn. But when it came down to it, Atlanta rose to the occasion, taking control of the series and earning another 4-2 victory in 6 games. Al Horford stepped up as the team's leading scorer, delivering clutch performances night after night. Meanwhile, Dennis Schroeder providing a huge spark off the bench, keeping the Hawks' momentum alive whenever the starters took a break. With this win, the Hawks made history, advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in franchise history. It was a monumental moment for the team and their fans, proving that their incredible regular season wasn't just a fluke. They were officially contenders and the league was starting to take notice. Now came the ultimate challenge, the Eastern Conference Finals. The Hawks were just 4 wins away from their first ever trip to the NBA Finals, but standing in their way was none other than the King, LeBron James. This was LeBron's first season back in Cleveland after winning 2 championships with the Miami Heat. He had promised the city of Cleveland a title, and he was playing like a man on a mission. The pressure was on for the Hawks to pull off the upset, but let's just say things didn't go as planned. The Atlanta Hawks were completely overwhelmed, getting swept by the Cavaliers in 4 games. LeBron put on an absolute clinic, nearly averaging a 30-point triple-double for the series. While the Hawks had been dominant all season, they simply couldn't match up against a generational talent like LeBron. Almost every game was a blowout except for a hard-fought Game 3 where Atlanta came up just short, losing by 3 points. Unfortunately, their magical season ended on a sour note, and their performance in the Eastern Conference Finals overshadowed everything they had accomplished. It was a tough pill to swallow, but it highlighted a hard truth. While the Hawks were an incredible team, they struggled to compete against top-tier superstars when it mattered most. Now, here's the ultimate question. Was this 2014-15 Atlanta Hawks team actually great, or was it just a magical one-off season? On paper, they had a solid roster, but they lacked the star or superstar presence that usually synopsis with a 60-win team. Think about it. Steph, LeBron, KD, Kawhi, all of them led to teams with 60-plus wins at some point in their career. The Hawks, they did it without a single household name. This team was led by Al Horford, Kyle Korver, Jeff Teague, and Paul Millsap. All 4 earned All-Star reserve nods. Under head coach Mike Budenholzer, they clinched the number 1 seed in the East with an impressive 60-22 record. They were unstoppable in the heart of the season, going a perfect 17-0 in January and an unreal 31-2 stretch from December to January. But after that hot streak, their pace cooled considerably. From February onward, they went 20-14, raising doubts about their ability to sustain their dominance. In the playoffs, they handled the Brooklyn Nets in 6 games, 4-2, and dispatched the Washington Wizards by the same margin. But then came the Eastern Conference Finals, where the dream season came crashing down. The Hawks were absolutely dismantled by LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, getting swept 4-0. LeBron put on a masterclass, and the Hawks had no answers. Outside of a close Game 3, the series was a blowout, leaving Atlanta completely exposed on the big stage. In hindsight, this team was a testament to the power of chemistry and coaching, but it highlighted a glaring weakness, the lack of a true superstar. Coach Budenholzer's system thrived in the regular season, but as his track record shows, it faltered in the playoffs. After this incredible season, the Hawks steadily declined year by year, and they've never come close to recapturing that magic again. So, was this Hawks team great? They were a dominant regular season, no doubt, but without a transcendent star, their ceiling was always capped, and their playoff shortcomings made that painfully clear.